Hello and welcome back to Gingerman. This was meant to be Ben Hornsey, let me tell you, but as you can see we're not up Ben Hornsey. I'll tell you more about that later in the episode. Instead here I'm in a place I didn't know existed. It's Fauldhouse. Yes, Fauldhouse. Kinda near Whitburn. Carried me on my path further and further west in the central belt. But I'm excited to get around this place. I love going places I didn't know existed. And mostly thanks to someone in the comments who said, please, can you visit Fauldhouse? And I'm a sucker for a little bit of manners. So here I am today, ready to explore this random village in what I think is West Lothian. I'm sure it's still West Lothian. We'll find out soon enough. Anyway, Fauldhouse, show me what you got. Peace.
I'll turn on the camera, test my microphone, I'm firing up the podcast, sound waves coming to your home. Gingerman with a can is here to make your day. Gingerman with a can, I'd like to hear you say today.
There we go. I think I'm right into the heart of Fauldhouse here. Of course, we're in the middle of the central belt, and Whitburn was mining, and there's a lot of mining in this area, so already I'm seeing miner tributes and memorials. This is a touch of class. Now this is what I call art. Look at the shadow of the miners, and then you've got the protesters, or the women holding up the banners. Wow, that's really cool. This is artistic. Fauldhouse, a community built on coal. So we'll go find out where Fauldhouse begins. Is it born out of the mining, or does it go deeper? So we literally are right in the heart of Fauldhouse here. Right, got a wee sports centre here. Usually when there's that sign, you're heading into like a woodland or sort of public green space. Is that a flying fox I see? It is. Looks like I'm heading in the direction of a woodland walk here. It doesn't matter where I head, it doesn't matter where I go with no plan. If I just walk in a direction, I will find the woodland walks no matter where I go. It's just instinct now. It's one of those incredible places where you feel like you're in the middle of just what's, you know, concrete jungle houses and stuff. Especially when I was driving through, I was like, that's just all houses, but the minute you walk kind of out of that part of the houses and you just stop and look over at you, you're amazed at how much green space is around you. 360 all the way around, and that's why the drone's going to be good today, because I want to see just how cut off this is from another town or village. It's maybe like a couple of miles all the way around, just out here on its own, chilling. Kind of like the Kelty of West Lothian. Straight into nature. Now this, all of a sudden, I feel like I'm walking on a trail in the middle of nowhere to myself. Ah, lovely. Thanks for suggesting Fauldhouse. I'm being sucked into the woods. Yeah, you heard me right, I'm being sucked into the woods. The only bizarre thing so far about this is that there's absolutely no signs, no directional signs, nothing telling you what this walk's called, where it goes to, how long it is. It's just on you go, have fun. See, I think obviously when I say this is a woodland walk, this is like a massive giant Christmas tree woodland. I'm trying to get a Christmas tree that size in your house. No chance. This is the most unexpected kind of middle of nowhere walk I've had in a while. As I said at the start, I was meant to be up Ben Hornsey. I was meant to be up Ben Hornsey, and I was up Ben Hornsey on Saturday with my pal Sheena. You might remember her from such episodes as Glen Tilt, the Hidden Glen, and what other ones she done? The Hermitage, aye. So she came with me, and she's never been up a mountain before, so I goes, here we go, let's go up Ben Hornsey. And we get there on Saturday, and there's not an SD card in the drone or the camera. Unbelievable, but it was the claggiest day you could ever imagine, so it wouldn't have made for good footage, but we made it to the top. Insert photo now. I'm going back and I will be taking the camera, and I want to get it on a clear day because I think the views up there will be perfect, and it's kind of like the perfect place to fly a drone. So fingers crossed you'll see Ben Hornsey very soon. Look at the path back the way. Look how far I've walked. This is the perfect place if you want some isolation in your walk. I've not seen a single person, not one dog walker. I'm going to go up here and see what I can see. Look at this, just opens up into this big massive wasteland section, still surrounded by trees. And you would never think that there was the town village of Fauldhouse somewhere over there. Now, I want to get somewhere good before this weather and the clouds come in and get the drone up, because it looks like the weather's changing. This is an interesting location. I'm going to follow the path further along now, and hopefully it loops back round into Fauldhouse at some point. Right, I'm at this wee bit here. It's like a sort of junction where the path now is giving me options. I can go further away into that direction, back on myself, probably going to go that way, and I don't know what this does either. This is another direction. It looks like it doesn't go into anything. I learned what the red dots are on the trees. Someone told me in the comments. These are going to get cut down. So basically these trees are on death row. Sorry pal. Sorry pal. Right, I think I found a seat because there's no benches here. So there's just these bags of stone. Type 2. There you go, this'll do. Perfect spot for the drone. Because I get the drone up, I'll know my way back. A couple of geese just flying past. Anyway, I want to thank my patron legends, whose names are coming up the screen now. If it wasn't for you, my hand wouldn't be healing as well as it is, because it's healing great. Looking nice now. I've just got this on mostly for protection. It's not got that nice full scab layer yet, or whatever it needs to do to heal. I'm rattling on, but I just want to thank my patrons, and if you want to be a legend and help my hand heal even further, you can join in the link in the description below. Thanks, peace.
Recording started.
Big shout out to Lothian DIY and building supplies, thanks for the seat. Through here, right through the woods. Ugh. Someone's left their good hose there. The ground is a bit minging. Hold on, let me fix my hat. I got to promote the Flyers. Come on, the 5 Flyers. I need to get back to another game. Well, that was some nice clean walking right there. Picked up a friend. Oh, look at that. That's a good idea. Come through the boggy woods when you've got trainers on, not your boots. Hey, it's a bit of adventure. It feels like it's going to rain too. Out of nowhere. So there we go, I've done a little bit of learnings. At approximately 750 feet above sea level, Fauldhouse is one of the highest villages in West Lothian. So yeah, it is in West Lothian and it is high up. Population 4,900, less than what I thought. And I've got more answers here. Settlements and farms within Fauldhouse have existed since at least the Middle Ages, so it does go beyond the coal mining history, and was known until the 19th century by the names Fauldhouse, Fauldhouse and Fauldhouse. The first written mention of Fauldhouse was 1523. The 17th century Dutch mapmaker Willem Bleu features Fauldhouse as Fauldhouse on 2 maps in his Atlas Novus of Scotland. And there are families with the surname Phallus. That's Phallus with a F, not a PH. The name Fauldhouse or Fauldhouse has been translated as house on the fold, or house on the field, or house on unploughed. However, the name may be older than the Middle Ages and might even be derived from the Brythonic or Welsh type language once spoken in the Lothian region. Historically, Fauldhouse was in the parish of Livingston, but in 1730 it was transferred to Whitburn. Wow, so there we go, right back to the start. This has definitely been my favourite part of the walk so far. Just feels like I'm in a deep dark woodland just walking through it casually. But actually I'm just 2 minutes outside the Fauldhouse. This is actually an amazing place for walking dogs. It's so dead. It's so quiet. It's just like one of those wee bonus hidden trails that the people of Fauldhouse just get to enjoy out here to themselves. Would you look at that? A bench. It's the first bench I've seen on this walk. Perfect timing for the rain coming on. There's some houses, so I think this is the beginning of Fauldhouse. We're back in amongst it. And as perfect woodland walk goes for the beginning of a sort of my day, that was incredible. Here we are, back to the unploughed field. The pigeon houses. So it's like, yeah, it is, loads of pigeons. There's a Fala Hill Primary School, which we know also means Fauldhouse. It's the old name for Fauldhouse. The primary school, they wanted the OG name. Look at the old barber shop. That's a quirky little building. There's the church, we'll go and check that out. Right, we're going this way. This is what caught my eye. What a building! It's a beautifully symmetrical building. I'm not sure who this church belongs to. This is a bit run down here. Nice and spicy. This whole bit in here is going to be filled with daffodils soon enough. It's a wee plaque. The Marie Curie Field of Hope, Fauldhouse. This really is a place where not everything's handed to you on a plate. You really have to go digging and looking. But when you do, I tell you what, the juice is worth that squeeze. Symmetry, this way. Well, why not? So I guess one of the big handy features here then is there's a train station nearby. Other than that, if you didn't drive, you'll be completely reliant on buses getting out of here. Or walking, you can walk, but as you've seen today for me, you're just walking through woods. I don't know if anyone else does this in cemeteries, but I'm looking to see if anyone died when I was born to see if our souls are linked. You never know, eh? I see a sign. Hold on, let's go read it. This is important. Nose Colliery Community Woodland. Nose Colliery Community Woodland is named after the coal mine which was previously located on this site, Fauldhouse number 1 pit, known as the Nose. The pit had been named after the landholding which was originally on the site, although it was spelled as Nose according to old maps. There we go. Nose Colliery opened in the late 1890s. It was one of several in the area owned by Bar Thornton Limited. In 1933 it employed 355 people above and below ground. After World War II, the Nose Pit, along with others in the area, were warned to reduce strikes or face closure by the Coal Commission. Further unofficial strikes did occur at Fauldhouse, and a notice was posted on the 27th of February 1946 that if any further stoppage of the colliery or any section of it took place after 1st of March, the colliery would be closed without further warning being given. And on the 3rd of April 1946 another stoppage occurred, and all the men were accordingly given notice, terminating their contract of service with effect from the 13th of April. Coal mining therefore ceased at the Nose Colliery in 1946. Just like that. They were striking, and then I guess the owners had enough and says, this isn't making us money, so let's shut it down, and they did. And now it's a community woodland, which I always find is the perfect and most fitting way to sort of commemorate the area, because it's sad that these jobs were lost, and this is a big part of our history and how these villages became the modern towns, villages that they are today. But we don't really need to rely on coal anymore, so we can sort of doff our cap to the past, acknowledge it, respect it, but we move on, we move forward with a sort of positive mind, with renewable energy, which I guess again is fitting. You see the Fauldhouse, the horizon's full of them. Amazing. So there's a nice wee circular route here, but I've had my woodland fill, so I'm going to head back towards the main town centre bit. This is just an incredibly beautiful, serene, peaceful spot, and it wouldn't have always been peaceful with the mining happening here. So we're heading towards the railway path. Love a railway path. I like going on Wikipedia to see who the notable people are, and the notable person from this area is none other than, wait there, he's so notable I can't remember his name, but he's secret notable, Stephen Greenhorn. And if you're thinking, who's that? He wrote River City, only Scotland's #1 soap opera. Fauldhouse is full of surprises, because now it's taking me across this golf course. Look, that's the tee there. It's green that way. There's a viaduct. It's all going on here. It's all happening. Well, what way do I go? I want to go this way, surely. Oh, it's so wet. Oh no. This was the worst idea, cutting across the golf course. Oh no. Right. What way? There's the viaduct next to the 13th green. I don't know if that's the 13th. It could be, I just guessed. Dodge golf balls. No way. I'm not sure what industry's left in Fauldhouse, if any now. You know, just little bits here and there. But when you have the location right in the central part of Scotland between Edinburgh and Glasgow, you're not really needing industry anymore. You're more of a sort of commuter town, village for the bigger cities. That's the nature of the modern beast. I think this is the final day of these trainers' life, and they've done some miles on different trips, different adventures. It'd be funny if I could do like a highlights reel of these trainers' best moments on my Gingerman episodes. That would make me laugh, but I don't have the time nor knowledge of which episodes I wore them in to really do it. So I'll just chuck them in the bin without any song or dance. I think we're swinging back into Fauldhouse. Well, we've never technically left Fauldhouse, but into the part where the people live. Do you know something? I was just thinking, I've not seen a war memorial today, and just like that, that was a Masonic bench in the memorial, so I'm thinking, which one of these buildings round here is the lodge? The Dapper Napper. Wonder Food Chinese takeaway. I like that. That's a cool wee building. But that is not the Masonic Lodge. That's the lodge. This is Crofthead St John's, number 374. Interesting. And here it is, it's the Church of Scotland, Fauldhouse St Andrews. Another nice church building. Right, I found out where I am. I'm back where I started. I'm at the Hoi Sing next to the coral with the miner tribute over there. My favourite miner's decoration tribute I've ever seen, because I think it's incredible. It almost blends in perfectly with the surrounding area. It's really artistic with the shade. Yeah, really cool. Tell you what, there's plenty of wee pubs and shops and just places to keep you going. I don't think there's any big Asda's or supermarkets as such, but I don't think we're far from Livingston anyway, if you're wanting a big shop. Guy just stopped in the car. He was like, "Are you a YouTuber?" And I said, "I make YouTube videos." And he said, "So damn, funny 5 a day." So shout out to Funny 5 a day, nice guy. He did offer to come and do something in the video, but I was like, it's not that sort of video. I think we were going to do some sort of funny wee skit or something, but I was like, nah, I'm just here looking at cemeteries and buildings and churches. So he's like, alright, okay, no worries, pal. And he went on his way. But I'm going to check out his channel, because I love to meet fellow people who make content and films. I don't mingle enough. I need to mingle more. What is that? Funny 5 a day. I like funny. Crofthead Care Home. It's got Fauldhouse written in the building though. I guess this must have been some sort of other building in another time before it was a care home. Just a wee derelict building, probably a wee hangout zone for drinkers at the weekend, across from the old folks home. It was funny, I was just thinking I can smell granny perfume, and I was like, I quite like granny perfume. I like grannies, not in a weird way, but anyway, it's because I'm next to the old folks home, pumping out the granny perfume. I love it, not in a weird way. And here we are. This is where I started. There's a wee park thing round here, way outside gym. Here's the outside gym for Fauldhouse. It's a bit lacklustre if you ask me. I've seen more elaborate gyms, but you know what? It's not too bad. They've got things written on the ground here to tell you what to do. High jump, jump, hop, jump, high jump, lunge, lunge. You have to be a brave person to come out in a cold wintry park in Fauldhouse to use the single sit-up bench anyway. The best thing about West Lothian is they've got these Mr. Phil bins.
Thank you for using me.
That's it, I'm back at my car. And I've had an incredible day here at Fauldhouse. Just another, don't know what to expect, turns out to be a great day. Plenty walking, got about 30,000 steps in. Learnt some history, seen some cool buildings. Met a fellow YouTuber 5 a day, funny 5 a day. The weather started great, turned out terrible, but that's fine. I can deal with that because I'm a ginger man. I'm designed for this climate. But aye, Fauldhouse, you got to come here and do some of the walks around this place with your dogs, because you know, for me, the dogs will love it. It's just open space, trees, lots of sniffing. Aye, get yourself along. Fauldhouse, thanks for having me. Peace.
Well, it was a lovely to see you. It's the end of the show. Bring on tomorrow. Where shall we go? Where shall we go? Say goodnight to the Gingerman. One last ice cream for the bearded man. Pistachio